Hey everyone, it's Nelson Miller here at PA Creative, and today I want to give you a quick update on what's new with our Divi Events Calendar 1.3. Okay, we're going to look at what's new, the new layouts, the new modules, and just go over some of the features. So let's get started. Well, first of all, I want to remind everyone that we are listening to feedback. In fact, we have put a lot of the feature requests back into the plugin. We get feedback on, can we add this feature? What if you did this? This would be cool, things like that. And we're like, yeah. And we add them to our list. Sometimes they don't make it in, but most of the time they do because it fits with, the mission of what the plugin does. So that's really cool. I just wanted to remind you of that. Feel free to send in feature requests. Try to keep it reasonable, try to keep it in line with what the plugin does. But yeah, definitely we like to hear from you. The next thing that happened is just the other day we got featured on, you might say the mothership's website. So on Elegant Themes, we got featured, and that's over here on their blog. It's called, the Divi Plugin Highlight. Every now and then they'll highlight a plugin from the Divi community, and then, they write an article about it and explain, what it does and all that stuff. So that's been really cool, and that's, getting us some attention there from Divi. So that's really neat. That's not really an update that relates to 1.3. I'm just kind of putting it in there. So the changelog is, we added a new module, we added new layout options, we added some features, and we changed some little fixes, things like that. We also made some new demos, so let's go take a look at them. We completely redid our demo page, and that's partially because we redid our branding and we have the new modules and layouts. All right, so yeah, obviously we redid our branding. You can see we actually have branding now, so that's kind of a big update. That's exciting. We wanted something modern that kind of fit with what we're doing there. So over on the demo, we added more layouts, and then obviously the new calendar view, which we'll get to. So here's the first layout. We changed some of the styling, even some of the new features allow us to do borders and things like that. So we went through and did new demos. Okay, and again, that's not really related to the update, but kind of. Okay, so our new calendar module is included now. This has been a feature request, and it's something we've always wanted to do, but we were focused on getting the other module to a place where it's mature and works really well and things like that. So our new calendar module, now this is in beta, so it's brand new. It kind of lacks features at this point, but it's there, it works. You can customize the text, the color, the size, and all that stuff of these dates. In the future, I would love to add some features like, even for the month, maybe even to change this color, maybe even to change the border color or the background color, things like that. I can't promise anything there. Let me know if you guys have, ideas of things that would be really helpful there. But overall, you can adjust it. And of course, you can do the border, shadows, and all that stuff you can normally do. And you can place this anywhere you want. Okay, let's go here to the demo of the calendar. You can see that I actually changed the color of these dates to blue. Here you can, go to the next one. See like that. Let's actually find a date here. And then another feature here is the little popover. Okay, so when you hover over any of the dates, you can see the information that's pulling in from the events calendar. So that's pretty cool. In the future, again, we hope to have more features to be able to style this, but I think out of the box it works. You know what I mean? Works pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with that. So let's look at some of the new features. We have new layout options. So before we had 1 to 4 columns. So if you had 1 or 2 columns, it came up with this, with the image on the left, details on the right. So now we've added for 1 column, image on top, details on the bottom, and like that type of thing would work great, like in a sidebar or other places. And then we added it for 2 columns, so you can have image on top. So you can kind of switch back and forth. In fact, let's go into our module and just show you some of these new settings. Okay, let's go into the events calendar module here to the design tab, and under layouts you'll see that we now have this image align, and then you can choose image on left, details on right, or image on top, details on bottom. And if you pick 3 columns, it's going to default and it'll hide that other option. So that only works for 1 and 2, which is fine. I don't think you would want an image on the left if you had 3 or 4 columns. So anyway, once that's a new feature, that's pretty cool. So let's go back and look at some of the other features. So event offset. Now event offset, we kind of took inspiration from the blog module, and I'm really happy. I like that feature because you can have, like, let's say you wanted to have most recent or upcoming event, just one, and you wanted to have it styled differently. Maybe you wanted this kind of layout in a module, and then you wanted a second module below it in a grid. You would say offset of 1, and then it will change it so it won't show the first one, since the first one is showing. And then of course in the first module you'd put event count 1. All right, and we'll do some documentation and more tutorials. We're going to start doing a lot more of that. But anyway, that's just wanted to show you event offset. Another one is the event background color. So this is pretty cool, and we're trying to just go above and beyond even what Divi normally provides. So in the layout, we stuck it in here. So this would be for individual events. Okay, so here you can see what's happening. It's not the whole overall module, right? But it's each of these cards. Okay, so that's kind of cool. The event background, that's a new feature. And kind of along with that would be the new featured image border settings. So we added those, and again, this is something even the blog module doesn't even have. So we added, it's called image border, and then you could round the corners like we did here, or actually add borders. You know what I mean? So that's cool. We've actually added those new features. So there's a lot going on. We have a few fixes and things like that, and there's a couple coming up. And we're just excited. We're just excited that, this is improving overall. We're getting feedback. We're improving it. I just think that, as it goes, it's going to just keep getting better and better. And that's partially thanks to all the great ideas and things like that. So keep them coming. So another thing that you can do with all this is go into your theme builder and go to the events archive page and add a template there. In the events archive page, you would want to add a custom body, right? The events archive page is that, the URL that says events. So like your website domain.com/events. Okay, that's by default in the events calendar. And you might want to come in here and build a custom body. So you might want to add the calendar list module there, or you might want to add the calendar view, the new one there. And then you'll be able to actually add that and override what you have there in the events calendar. So that's really cool. So it's called the event archives page, and you can override what the events calendar puts out and use your Divi page instead. So that's kind of cool. You can put that on there or anywhere on your home page. Hopefully this update is helpful to you, and let us know in the comments if you're enjoying this. Okay, so that's our overview of the 1.3 update, and we're already working on new features and updates for another update. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this. Let us know again in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video.